Hello children, welcome back to my class. Yesterday I had started chapter 15 from Yeller, Painting the Breeze by Subhadra Sengupta. So explanation was done till page 109. We came to know about a little girl Parvati who created art out of simple objects. So today I will be continuing with the next part. So don't you dare, Parvati stepped forward angrily. It took me all day to paint them. So when the horseman shouted at Parvati, right, when the horseman shouted at Parvati that he would let his horse walk all over her pots and smash them to bits, so Parvati also became angry, and she told the horseman that it took all day to paint the pots. Just then a curtain was twisted aside and a quiet voice said from inside the cart, "Go back, soldier. I want to talk to these children. Let them come here." So the curtain was pushed aside due to a short jerking movement. Twist means make a short jerking movement. "Yes, my lady," the soldier bowed and rode away. Rode away means went away. The amused said, amused here is the noble lady in a smiling face. So she said that, "Let's see your pots, the best in Pataliputra." Let's see your pots means she wanted to see Parvati's pots. So as they came closer, the curtain was swept back and they saw a woman sitting leaning against bolsters. Bolsters means a long firm pillow. She saw a woman sitting and she was leaning against a pillow inside the cart with a maid perched behind her. Maid means maid servant. She was sitting behind her. Lakshman held out the pottery towards her as Parvati stood dazzled by what she saw. Parvati was amazed. Dazzled means amazed by what she saw. All her clothes were of the finest cotton. The antarya, tied like a dhoti, was embroidered all over with gold. Antarya means a drape for lower half of the body. Drape means to arrange cloth or clothing loosely on or round something. So here uh, Antarya tied like a dhoti. Antarya means a drape for lower half of the body, and it was embroidered all over with gold. The long scarf of the Uttariya. Uttariya means a drape for upper half of the body. Her body and swept over her head was gossamer. Gossamer means delicately fine, and it was delicately fine, thin in the shade of dull gold and set with precious stones. Parvati had seen noble women in the houses where they went to sell pottery, but never anyone who wore so much jewelry. So Parvati, she had seen many noble women in the houses where she went to sell the pottery, but she had never seen anyone who wore so much jewelry. The karnikars wear big gold earrings, and the mekhla was a girdle worn around her waist. Mekhla means belt. Girdle here means a belt worn round the waist, made of silver chains, and the girdle she was wearing around her waist was made of silver chains. Then she wore two necklaces, a kantha, a short string of pearls, and the lambanam, a long gold chain down to her waist. At her wrists were thick kangans, bangles of gold, and the baju was worn on the upper arms that glittered. The baju which she was wearing on the upper arms were shining with jewels, and her anklets were intricately designed in gold. Anklets means a chain or band worn round the ankle, were intricately designed in gold. Intricately means very complicated or detailed. And you little girl, the lady said briskly, breaking through Parvati's daze, where are the pots you were painting all morning? So the lady asked Parvati about her pots that she was painting all morning. Parvati was suddenly covered with shyness. I paint them for fun. You won't like them, my lady. So she felt shy, and did she tell that she used to paint the pots only for fun. Show them to me, child, the woman said gently. Slowly, Parvati laid the plate, the vase, and the water pots before her. Then she stood with bated breath. What do you mean by bated breath? Bated means in great suspense. When the lady asked to see her pots, she stood with bated breath in a suspense that what will happen. As the lady turned them around to study the designs painted on them, what she will think. Parvati was thinking that she was in a suspense that what the lady will think when she will see the pots. And when she started to study the designs painted on them. I have never seen designs like this before. Then the lady told that she had never seen designs like those before. She said thoughtfully, what were you drawing? So the lady asked Parvati that what she was drawing. The sky, Parvati said haltingly. Haltingly means in a slow and uh, she was hesitating to say. So she hesitated and ultimately she told. The sky. The woman laughed. How can you draw the sky? Parvati pointed to the row of clouds she had drawn around the water pot and said, if you draw clouds, what's around it becomes the sky. Then turning, she pointed to the palm tree at the corner of their courtyard, its leafy fronds. Fronds means the leaf of a palm, fern, or a similar plant were swaying and bending and said, that's the breeze. Swaying means move slowly. Okay, its leafy fronds were moving slowly backward and forward or from side to side. That's the breeze. The lady looked up and gave her a piercing look. And what's this? Butterflies on the pumpkin flower. And this, she pointed to a vase, to a flower vase with a carving design in black and white dots flowing around it. That, said Parvati smiling, beginning to enjoy herself, is the quail's song from the bell tree. A song, of course. The lady looked amused. How could I not see that? Yes, it's like a waterfall of high notes and low notes. Carefully, the lady said the pots inside the cart and then asked Lakshman, how much do these cost? Lakshman, the businessman, thought as high as he could and said 12 pannas. Pannas means what? Coin. Used as currency during Ashoka's rule. Copper panna means copper coin, and here panna means coin. So when the lady asked Lakshman that how much do those pots cost, so Lakshman, he thought that as high as he could and said 12 pannas. These are special pots, my lady. So Lakshman told the lady that those pots cost high because were the special ones. The lady and her maid hid a smile. Pay him, Manjira, she said. The maid took the copper panna coins out of a small bag tucked into her waist and paid Lakshman. So the lady told her maid to pay. And what was the name of the maid? Manjira. So the lady told Manjira to pay Lakshman. And she took out the coins from a small bag which was tucked into her waist. And you know, the lady touched Parvati's tousled head. Tousled means make someone's hair untidy. Whenever you draw the sky, the breeze, or the song of the quail bird, bring the pots to my house. I will buy them all. So the lady ultimately told Parvati that whenever she would draw the sky, the breeze, or the song of the quail bird, she should bring the pots to her house and she would buy them all. Then her eyes crinkled in a smile. Crinkled means form small creases or wrinkles. I think my husband would like them too. She gave Parvati a small copper piece with a carving stamped on it. Show these at the gate and they will let you in. So what did the lady say? That her husband would also like them too. Like them too means the pots, painted pots. So she gave Parvati a small copper piece with a carving stamped on it, and she asked Parvati to show this at the gate and they would let her in. Where do you stay? Parvati asked, and the maid laughed aloud. So when Parvati asked that lady that where did she stay, the maid, she started laughing aloud. The lady pointed to the soldiers who were all smiling and said, ask them, they will tell you the way. So when Parvati asked that where did she live, the lady pointed to the soldiers who were all smiling and said Parvati to ask them and they would tell her the way. The curtain was swept back as Parvati and Lakshman stood watching and the bullock cart began to move again. Thank you, my lady, they called out together. They here refer to Lakshman and Parvati. Lakshman asked a soldier, where does that lady stay, sir? The man grinned, in the big palace. Grin means a broad smile or smile broadly. So when Lakshman asked the soldier that where does the lady stay, the man he gave a broad smile and told Lakshman that she used to live in the big palace. Then noticing their puzzled faces, he laughed. And when the man told about the palace where she used to live, their faces seems to be puzzled. That was Lady Maharani Devi, our King Ashokavardhan's chief wife. So the man told Lakshman that the lady whom you saw was Lady Maharani Devi and she is the chief wife of King Ashokavardhan. You two have just become potters to the royal family. So the lady liked their pots so much that she wanted to buy the pots again. Eyes wide in astonishment, their hearts thudding. Thudding means a heavy sound. Okay, so when the man told that Lakshman and Parvati have become potters to the royal family, their hearts started beating with a heavy sound because they could not believe that they would become potters to the royal family. So their eyes were wide in astonishment and their hearts started thudding. Lakshman and Parvati turned to watch the bullock cart turn the corner out of the lane. And they watched that the bullock cart turned the corner of the lane, that the bullock cart started moving. I hope you all have understood the chapter. So if there is any doubt, you can ask me in the live class, right? So thank you, children.